There we go. All right. We should now be live. Hello, everyone. Happy new moon in Leo. I hope you're all doing really well. I can see some of you are already on, which makes me so excited. Thank you. Thank you. Feel free to say hello in the chat. And yeah, just to give you a gist as to how this works. Oh, never mind. Um, let's go on mute. Just make sure. You guys just let me know in the chat that you can hear me. Yeah. Okay, cool. Hey, Tom. I'm assuming you've been here. Let me know if you can't hear me. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Jason. Okay. Yes. Good night. Hello. Okay, cool. Everything's flowing in now. Well, we're welcome to almost Mercury retrograde, where there are tech delays and communication issues and different things. However, let's talk about what's going on with this energy with the Leo new moon. So this is definitely one of the better vibe moons, right? It's not as heavy. So it's trying to bring balance back in a sense. Hello, Lisa. But it's a almost Lionsgate portal. Yeah, it's a good moon. It's got good vibes. We don't, there's good stuff here. And basically, there's a few different things going on. And my notes are scattered. But one of the things to mention, a lot of creative energies right now. So it's like, what makes you feel alive? What have you been working on previously creatively that you can revisit and go back to and like do differently or amplify? And that's kind of taking into consideration the Mercury retrograde energy and that point of view. Because yes, this is the new moon and it's new beginnings, but with us entering into Mercury retrograde, it's kind of like having this patience and maybe not necessarily going full forward into something new, right? Like during Mercury retrograde, we don't want to buy new technology, we don't want to sign new contracts, right? We're just more mindful as to how we're doing things, and we don't want to do anything that's going to be binding. So with this new moon, like yes, it is new. Yes, we're setting intentions, but it is a good time to go internally, to go inward, to revisit stuff, to really clear the past. And that's really what's kind of going on with this energy. So if you've been feeling like you want to revisit something or like work on something creatively, like, yes, that's the energy that's here. And there's definitely that internal fire to move forward. The heart wants what the heart wants, definitely during this time, but yeah, see how something makes you feel. It's about listening to our inner voice, listening to our intuition. Um, yeah, there's a few different things happening with the planets, some in retrograde. They're not necessarily like all rainbows and sunshine, but it's not bad. Like this period from the 4th to the 14th, it's a lighter energy than when the full moon hits us. So later in the month of August, it's going to be more intensity than it is right now. But if we can focus the time right now on our inner self, on our values, on becoming a self-confident version of ourselves, it will help us later on, if that makes sense. And this is a time to listen to your inner voice. Something helpful may be happening in your life. I'm trying to see what else is in my notes. With this Mercury retrograde, it's also like a course correction type of energy. So like we notice that something's not working for us and like we're going to course correct it and we're going to feel grateful that we did that. So just keep that in mind. And what else? What else? What else? I talked about our sense of self, our ability to shine and lead, expansive sense of self, positivity about our leadership, foster self-confidence. We're going to do some work on self-confidence tonight that I'm excited about. And really just being true to ourselves. Like this is the time. This is the time to be true to ourselves. And then of course, with Leo, it's about encouraging playfulness, lightening up, whatever that has been feeling heavy in our hearts, just like being more light and playful, creative, that type of vibe. So that is what's happening with this energy. I'm sorry if that was super chaotic and felt like it was all over the place. But if you want to get more insight, I highly recommend listening to astrologers on social media, especially on YouTube, because there's so many incredible astrologers on here that could be really helpful. Also, on that note, I started a Discord group. For those of you who already know about it, I'm so glad that you're in it. But in the Discord group, we do have like different topics. And one of the people in there is actually she loves astrology, especially like the Vedic side of astrology. So if you want to come in and chat with us about astrology or other tools, I do have the Discord group, and in there, I am doing live Reiki sessions about once a week right now. And so I hop on live. I tell you which of your chakras are opened or closed in that moment based on my pendulum. I pull you a card, and then we spend the remaining however many minutes of the session me sending you Reiki. Ideally 30 minutes. Sometimes it's less than that. So if you want to join us with that, there's a link in here for Discord. It's the first one that you're going to see. So yeah, I'd love to have you in there. And like, I'm also posting like different meditations and different things like that. So sorry, I'm getting a little distracted. Um, this is my birthday month, so I do a lot of reflecting, and generalist lists will help me give direction. Amazing, yes. What was it again? The chain breaker? Are you I'm not sure. Not sure what you're referring to, Tom, so let me know. Okay, on that note, let's move into cleansing our energy, cleansing the energy of the room, and get that started. Uh, Sorry, guys. I'm just looking at my notes. Okay, we're gonna do this one. Oh, the card I pulled for you last time. Um, I'm not sure because I think I pulled you for you. You were with me 2 weeks ago. I'll have to relook because it was the work your light deck. And the what's fresh in my mind is stuff from last week, but I can always relook. Okay. So I'm going to use an incense tonight because I thought it would be fun. You're welcome to grab sage, Palo Santo, energy clearing spray, sweetgrass, anything that you like to cleanse your energy. And so we're going to start with clearing our own energy. If you can't burn anything and if you don't have energy clearing spray, you're welcome to just imagine white light coming in. Just remember to imagine it coming into your hands as well as around your body. But as we cleanse ourselves, I'm just going to read to you something I wrote to start with ourselves and then to do the room. So I clear myself of all negativity and other people's energy. I detach myself from what is no longer meant for me. I ask white and green light to surround me in a powerful healing bubble, helping my heart to expand. I allow myself to connect in with my inner self and trust what comes to me during this ritual. I am light, I am free, I am connected. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to move into cleansing the energy of the room. I'm just going to stay seated so I can stay on camera. I ask all low vibrations to leave this space. I ask loving white and green energy to fill this space with pure love. Please allow this space to assist me on my journey, helping me to truly heal what is in my heart and to feel lighter. I invite my loving team to assist me on this journey. I am open to what is meant for me. I am open to receiving blessings. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Okay. Whew. If you need to grab a piece of paper, go ahead and do so. Grab a piece of paper and pen, or you can write however it is that you want to write. You know what? For this, I need to grab a piece of paper and pen. So bear with me for one moment. I'm actually just going to write on this envelope. Where's a pen? We're going to do it this way. And I'm leaving the incense burning. It's actually right in front of the camera. So if there's smoke, that's why. I feel like it'll give a cool effect. Okay, so for tonight, we definitely need a pen and paper, at least for the first question, which we're going to do in a second. We're going to start with something else. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm like so scattered. For whatever reason, my mind is like all over, and it's like I forget how to do these things called lives. So, hi. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. We're going to move into our journal questions. Like I said, the first question, you need to have a pen and paper. Before we start writing, I want to do something a little bit different. You know, I like to switch it up. So I want us to take a moment to connect into playfulness. I've also been really serious for like the last 3 weeks or 2 weeks. So this is just silly. I was trying to think of things that we can do like via Zoom while you're in your own house. I can't see you. Like, I don't know what you're doing. Totally up to you to do what you want to do. But I thought what we could do is we can do this one. Like, you remember when you were a kid and you used to like play like hand games and stuff like that? So I don't know if you used to do this, but I did it as a kid. Bring your hands together. You put down your middle fingers and then you twist your hands and you're like this, right? Silly. Nothing. You can even go, pointer finger, go to the middle finger, go to the ring finger. So like I invite you now, like just to do this. Why not? Who's with you, right? If you don't want to do this, I thought it would be fun to like blow up your cheeks and then pop them. So it's something like that, right? Something just to make you laugh and be super giggly. And then the other thing I thought we could do that would be fun, up to you, do a fishy face, or like just do something that you used to do when you were a kid, or something that you do when you're around kids to make them laugh and have fun. It's like, I don't know. Whenever I see kids, I always blow up my cheeks and they like look at me all funny. And then I used to love making fishy faces. So I just want to invite you right now to take a moment. Let's just do this. Have fun. Remember, we're all just really big kids. And then now we're going to move on to question one. That's awesome. Right? Like, that's what life's about. Okay, so our first question is going to be something else really fun. I want you to take your non-dominant hand, and I'm actually going to throw this into the chat because it's really lengthy. So I'm going to throw it in the chat as I explain it. But we're going to take our non-dominant hand. For me, that's my left hand. Oh, I can't throw it in the chat there. No. Oh, hold on. It's too long. 2 parts. So here and then here. All right. So we're going to take our non-dominant hand and I want you to write down something that has been feeling heavy on your heart. Now, you don't have to write a sentence. You can just write like whatever you've been struggling with. Maybe go to ears with my hands and I get joined in. I love it. Okay, so non-dominant hand, write down something that's been feeling heavy on your heart. Like I said, a couple words. It's okay. It doesn't have to be sentences. But what I want you to do as you're writing this thing, like I want you to feel that it's becoming lighter with like every letter that you're writing with your non-dominant hand, because it's going to be a little bit of a struggle. It's going to be uncomfortable to write non-dominantly. And so it's as if like the struggle of writing with your non-dominant hand is inviting in joy to this thing that's been weighing heavy on your heart. And it's going to help you have a bit of fun with it, even though you're writing about something that's been heavy. But the whole goal is to try to be able to like bring the joy in to release it. So that was a really long-winded explanation, but that is what we're going to do. We're only going to do this for like um maybe like 2 minutes. I just have to get some music up and share my music with y'all. Where's my Zoom? Share sound. Okay. All right. So here, sorry. Like I said, it must be my first night. It's my first time doing this all over again. Okay. I'm gonna find some music. All right, we're gonna do the song. It's a little bit longer than 2 minutes, but let's just do our best to write with our non-dominant hand, something that's weighing heavy on our hearts. There we go. Now you don't see my whole screen. Okay, I don't know about you, but I totally could use more time because I write so slow with my left hand. Oh my goodness. But it felt really nice to release things that way. Um, oh, that's pretty funny. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome, welcome. I hope that question was helpful for you guys. Yeah, I do have to drink water. I just have dehydration from also like being outside all weekend. Um, if you want to come back to this, if you're watching this on the replay, please pause and like write this longer. I am probably going to come back to this question after we end live, just because there's something really freeing in writing down the worry with my left hand. Yeah, I feel like you're in kindergarten again. Yeah. But it's like just the struggle of writing it in itself, like changes the worry. You know what I mean? Um, oh yeah, mine looks like I wrote I'm in kindergarten for sure. Maybe. You can't even like read some of the letters. Cool. Let's move on to our next question. So hopefully that was fun for you guys. And again, we're going to do something a little bit different. This is the moon ritual where we're being creative and we're having fun and we're spicing it up. So with this one, I just want you to take your hands real quick and just rub them together to get the energy. Just heat your hands up, basically. No, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. That is really hard. Sending you a super big hug, though. And I know that he's always with you. Let's rub those hands together. And then I want you just to place your hands on your heart. And so I like to do mine like right in between my chest area. Place them one on top of each other. And I want you just to gently close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, I just want you to feel your heartbeat underneath your hands. Just noticing the tempo, noticing how it feels. And I want you to start to imagine a beautiful green light where your hands are. Just notice the shade of green that it is. And so with your next breath, I want you to imagine this light expanding and growing stronger. And as it does this, I just want you to feel yourself connecting into your heart even more. Taking a moment to invite your heart to lead your mind. And so I want you to think of anything from your past that you need to clear. And it can be more than one thing, but just anything that you've been holding on to, anything that has been lingering with you, anything that you feel like is ready to finally be gone. Just let it come up to the surface. And now with your next exhale, I want you to imagine that everything you just thought about from the past, that it's all leaving through your breath, being fully cleared from you in whatever way that is, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Just it's fully cleared. And just do this a few times using your breath to help you clear the past completely. And then when you feel ready, you can just slowly open your eyes and come back, noticing how you now feel, hopefully realizing that you feel just a little bit lighter. So I'll throw that in the chat just in case if anybody wants to do that exercise again on their own, you can do so. Clearly tonight I am typing more than what fits in a chat. So I got to send it in two chats. But I'm really sorry to hear that you're stressed tonight, but I'm glad that you're here. So hopefully after this, you'll feel much calmer. And that's really awesome that you could feel that energy going in. Andre, Brett, cereals and more mentally. Cool. The muscles in my shoulder are much more relaxed. Good. Amazing. All right, so we're going to move on to our third question for tonight. And again, I'm going to throw it in the chat. Oh, good. Great. Hopefully you'll feel even better after I send Reiki in a bit. Yeah, like sometimes before I get into that, like sometimes us just allowing ourselves to take the pause and connect in with ourselves and center ourselves, connect into our heart, become aware of our breath does wonders. And it's one of those things that we don't often gravitate towards because it's not the first thing in our toolbox. You know what I mean? So the more you may start to practice this, the more you may start to utilize it as a tool in the toolbox, and then you'll go to it first. Also, I understand like being in awkward places where it's hard to just like put your hands on your heart in front of people. I have taught you guys this technique before, but I'll teach it to you guys again. It is my favorite like secret weapon. And then we'll move on to question 3. So you take both your hands, back of your left hand goes on top of your right hand, you put them together, and then you bring your thumbs together. And so this hand position in itself will slow your heartbeat down. So if you're ever in a place where your heartbeat is racing, yeah, you do it this way. You do this. And so I'll do this and I'll have my hands in my lap and nobody can even see. So like I've done this at restaurants, I've done this at sporting events, done this while riding the bus into work, on airplanes around, like nobody ever knows. Like it just looks like you're holding your hand. So that is probably my favorite tool that I use to slow down my heartbeat. So hopefully it'll help you guys. Yay. Cool. Okay, so let's move on to our third question. And this one we are going to write something. So I want you to think about how much you've grown so far this year and how you are now a more confident version of you. And you can even look into what your morals are, what your values are, like how have you changed in that type of sense? And also, how can you continue to show up with confidence? Yeah, I don't think I need to really over explain that one. So the questions in the chat, I want to re-reference it. And this one, let's take 3 minutes for it. And let's get to writing. Hopefully that was enough time. I totally could have used more time to write again too, but that's just me. If you need a few more minutes, keep on writing. But if not, feel free to keep going. From the chat, the growth I have experienced in the area of finances, not having any caused me to be open to learn something new that eventually can give me everything I ever wanted. Amazing. Thank you for sharing. Sorry, the growth I've experienced is in the area of finances. Dope. We know we're healing when we can laugh at the old version of ourselves. Yes, 100%. I embrace my spiritual path. Yes, I love it. Thank you all for sharing. Um, yeah, I was just thinking of my answer for like, how can I continue to show up with confidence? And I actually didn't have a chance to write it, which is why I was like, oh, I could have used more time. But I think for me, continuing to show up with confidence, it's like it really helps me to remember the instances where I felt confident and I felt like, oh yeah, yes, I do know this, or yes, this was valuable for something, or something of that nature, or remembering past experiences where I had a certain energy to me, right? Like I was leading a meeting or I was giving a talk to my entire team and we had to like do something or something like that. So that for me can help, or also I don't know. For me, it's just referencing past experiences. So that's just what I was thinking. That's how I can continue to show up with confidence, is like in those moments where I'm lacking it, remember when something went really well and like tap into that energy in that time. Um, Remembering that this path is the highest truth keeps me on it. Amazing. I love that. I'm learning to leave the past in the past. Yes, especially during a birthday month, right? Out with the old year, let's step into the new. Have new year for you. Um, what will support this is daily vitamin intake, working my body in a calm mind. Yes, I love those things. Taking care of our temple helps so much. Being able to move past the constant uncertainty that the path of entrepreneurship brings, and being excited. I can't see that word because like the emojis in it, but excited and looking forward to it. Yeah, amazing. I love that. Thank you all for sharing. I appreciate that. Okay, so this next question, it's going to be twofold. Or not twofold. You can answer it in whatever way you feel fit to answer it. Okay, so I'm going to throw it in the chat. But I'm thinking of it in two different ways. One, it's a new moon. We normally set new intentions on a new moon. We normally think about what it is that we want, what we want to bring into our life. However, with the idea that we are entering into Mercury retrograde and that energy is kind of percolating already, I want to invite you to think about what you have already been working on in a sense, and how can you continue to create it. So it's up to you as to what you feel most called to. If you want to think about something that is something that you want that you've never desired before, by all means go to it. But if you want to think about something that you've been actively working towards creating and dive deeper into that aspect, you can do that too. So I'm going to let you choose, and let's do another 3 minutes for this. Maybe see if I can find something this one's 3:29. Hopefully it sounds nice. Yeah, we'll go a little bit over 3 minutes, but you can start writing. Hopefully that question helped you get a little bit of clarity. If you need more time and you're watching this on the replay, hit pause. If you're live with me and you want to keep writing, please go ahead and go for it. But for Lisa, yes, retrograde gets me every time, but I'm trying to be more aware when I start spinning. Awareness is always the secret, always the key. Dr. Lynn, I want to be comfortable. I am committed to listening during prayer meditation till calmness to keep the lines clear for source. Amazing. Absolutely love that. Wow, name of soundtrack, like I'll Star Shine mix. Wow, I'm glad you enjoyed it. More money than I even know what to do with. Money to never be an issue again for me and my future bloodline, aka FU money. Haha. I feel you. Yes. I want to create my YouTube channel and possibly add Reiki along with it. Amazing. Super cool. Spitting truth into the world. Yes, yes, yes. Also, I'm like looking, I'm like, we have a yellow light down here. And I'm like, oh, my teeth look so yellow. It's the light. So please don't mind me. Um, Amazing. All those things sound super cool. Myself personally, I want to create more success with my candle business. That's like really my main objective right now that I'm getting more clear on. So I'm doing that, and I would love to be back in the place where I was financially in 2022. That would be amazing. So I am looking on manifesting that by September. That would be super clutch and uh, on my timeline, but we'll see. Sometimes things don't happen on the timeline that we want. So whatever's meant for me will be, and I'm open to it. Cool. Well, thank you all for sharing. I always appreciate that. And I always share back with you because I feel like it's unfair if it's just you sharing. So yeah, I hope all of this happens for all of us. That would be fantastic. All right. On that note, let's hit up our last question. And you guys know what this is if you've been here with me before, which most of you have. So I want you, um, those candles and merch magic, seen some go for thousands. My candles are not at thousands, selling for thousands, but yeah, candles, some candles are super expensive. Um, yeah, mine are a little bit more reasonable. Okay, so let's just chat with the moon for 2 minutes. Maybe, hold on. Let me find something good. All right, we're gonna do this song. And yeah, just share whatever is on your mind, whatever it is that you want to, if you want support from the new moon, whatever it is that you're looking for. We're just gonna take 2 minutes to write to the new moon. Um, if you'd like a few more minutes, please go ahead, keep on writing or hit pause and keep on writing. But there are some Versace candles I've seen go for 300 to 800. The power of branding. Yeah. Same with Le Labo. Their candles go for a few $100s. The power of branding, indeed. Like absolutely insane. From Illuminated Souls. I wrote to the new moon. I'm emptying the cup. I release everything in the past and move forward with undying resolve. I love that. I'm excited for you. Dr. Lynn, I thank you, Moon of New, for you delicate care to feelings by having to dig deep within us for answers to our souls. Namaste. Yeah. They ain't Reiki charged though. No, them candles ain't Reiki charged. My candles are Reiki charged. 333 or 555 candles. I thank the moon for opening a new path for my family, and I will trust in this journey. I love that. Transformation bundle, yeah. I am asking the new moon to continue to help and support me as I work towards my goals. And yeah, I just release everything that is blocking me to it. And I allow myself to take steps forward. Amazing. Thank you all for sharing. I genuinely appreciate it. And so that's going to be the end of our question section for this. And of course, if you ever want to revisit any questions, I do encourage you to do so. I am going to go back to the non-dominant hand thing. That was fun. On that note, we are going to move into our Reiki healing. If this is your first time with me receiving Reiki healing from me, I just want to give you my spiel, because on my regular videos, I don't do that. I create them where it's literally just plopping you into the meditation. That is my goal. That's why it is structured that way. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad it helped you. Okay, so Reiki healing is an energy modality or is an energy healing in which, why am I like literally my brain, guys? I am so sorry. So my spiel. I have to feed my humans, so I'll do the Reiki later. Okay, Lisa, I will send the Reiki to you while I'm sending it now. So like I'll have you in my mind as well. So if you like feel anything during it, just know I sent it to you now too. But you can always come back and watch it again too. And I hope they enjoy the food. So Reiki is an energy healing modality in which energy is sent via the hands. I'm not the one doing the healing. I'm just channeling it through. What is happening is that your soul is talking to the Reiki energy, which is essentially universal life force energy. And so as it's talking to it, the Reiki ends up flowing exactly where you need it. So it will flow anywhere within your body physically. It will flow for you emotionally. It will flow for you spiritually. You may see shapes, you might see colors, you might feel tingling in your hands and feet. You might feel waves of energy. You're just going to feel like really calm and relaxed, more serene. I'm forgetting some stuff. Warm sensations, cool sensations. You might gulp hard, your stomach might gurgle a bit, but basically the Reiki is just going where it knows where you need it within yourself. Every single time you receive Reiki, it is going to feel different. So just know that. And yeah, I think that's most of my spiel. You may have emotions come up to the surface because they just want to be released. My advice is like, don't really go too far off, like just let the emotion come up, feel it, and just let it go. You don't have to create the story in your mind. You can just let the emotion be the emotion. Um, and yeah, so with the Reiki, you're welcome to lay down or stay seated. So I invite you now to lay down or stay seated. Grab a blanket if you get cold. I'm going to go back to the chat real quick, and then I'm going to start sending you the Reiki. So I'll give you a minute just to get settled. That's possible. I'd be feeling tingling randomly sometimes. Yes, that is the Reiki energy. So anytime you're watching any of my pre-recorded videos or when you're with me on live and you're feeling the tingling sensation, that is the Reiki being sent to you. From Valerie, new moon, I asked to release past hurts, good health, prosperity, a new good job, and be reunited with a special guy with infinite love and much gratitude. Yes, I'm wishing all of that for you. Dr. Lynn, how does Reiki work through a candle? Personal Reiki sessions can have a price for a candle for a person's own healing purposes. Wait, personal Reiki sessions can have a price for a candle for a person's own healing purposes. Okay, so I'm not fully following the end part of that sentence, but how does Reiki work through a candle? So basically, what I do, let's pretend that this is a candle, and actually, people can do this too, right? You can charge water, you can energetically charge water, you can charge water with like anything you want, right? So you can put, let's say if you're working on your chakras, you can like put the word red or like put the color red on the glass or like at the bottom of the glass, and you can like infuse the water with that color, like etc. So water is just a really good malleable example. But basically, if this is the candle, do I have one? No. If this is a candle, I sit with my hands like this over the candle and I draw the symbols over the candle and I ask that the symbols be infused into the candle. And so with my intention candles in particular, I ask the Reiki energy to be into that candle to help whoever uses this candle with whatever intentions that they're setting. So you can use Reiki to help with future goals. So I'm charging the candle up to then be used with their intention to help them manifest. So that's how I work with my intention candles. And then once somebody orders an intention candle from me, before I send it to you, so like if you ever see any of my candle packaging videos, I sometimes show I recharge the candle again with that person, like who it's being sent to, and I have them in my mind, and I ask that the candle help that person with their intention. So I clear and charge the crystals while I'm making the candle. I'll charge the candles after I make the batch, and then I'll charge the candles before I mail it out when I have the name of the person who ordered it. All of my other candles that aren't the intention, I infuse with the Reiki symbols, but it's more so to promote relaxation and just help bring blessings into their home. Like it's a little more general. Um, it's like reading Book of Dead, Egyptian, Tibetan, or Iberian Spanish. To send someone Reiki, just thinking of them when they're not on live. Um, Yes, that is possible to send someone Reiki just thinking of them when they're not on live. Yeah. So, like, one of the fun things when you're a Reiki healer, the other thing that you can do is when you're doing Reiki sessions, you can send Reiki to other people during a session. So, like, tonight, I'm going to be sending Reiki to somebody who's somebody in my family at the same time as I'm doing the Reiki live with you guys. If I was to be having a session with somebody in person, if I wanted to, I can start the session with them in person and even send it to other people while I'm doing the session on the table. It's really cool. It's really powerful. Um, so yeah, so like Lisa may end up like while she's making dinner, she might end up just feeling a ways. A few years back, I attuned my cousin to become a Reiki healer, and so she was sending me Reiki while I was in a grocery store, and I like couldn't focus. Like I was just like, oh my goodness, I felt all the Reiki coming through to me, and it was intense. Like I was struggling to walk up and down the aisles and like shop. So it does work that way. You don't have to be laying down necessarily. Um, Crystal has 30-minute meditation candles on her website, I think. Yes. So I have my little lotus candles, and those are a 30-minute burn. And so I now sell them as like a meditation kit if you just want one candle to burn rather than like the chakra meditation holder. I have an idea for a holder for the meditation candles. I just have to find somebody who like does pottery that can make this concept that I have in my mind. And then I can recreate it out of a mold and like mass produce it. Um, So in session with another like me, I would want to keep my space clear candles. So the charge would be one session and one infused candle with my personal needs. Um, Wait, I'm sorry. Dr. Lane, I'm not quite sure I'm following what you're talking about. Like, so I sell candles that people can buy and they have them in their homes. I ship them to them. And then I do Reiki sessions. I do them on Zoom. So I'm not necessarily lighting a candle for somebody in a session. I'm not sure if that's what you're referring to. Erin, you are so welcome. Okay, thank you all. As I went through the chat, hopefully you are all comfortable and situated and ready. We are going to start our meditation and then I'll jump back into the chat after. So go ahead and just start taking some deep breaths, settling into this moment, becoming calm. And just feel yourself becoming more and more in the present moment. And also, before I forget, because I know Lisa will always ask this question tonight, I'm going to use clear quartz, I'm going to use titanite for our heart, and I'm going to use citrine. So those are the crystals I'm going to bring through. And you can just start to listen to the sounds and the music and relax. You can slowly start to come back to this moment, becoming aware of your body, gently wiggling your fingers and toes, maybe taking a quick stretch. And then whenever you feel ready, you can slowly open your eyes and come back to this moment. I do ask that you have some water after receiving this Reiki session. So at some point today, drink some water. It will help you with the session that you just received. I'm also incredibly thirsty. You may be too. Um, but the energy felt really powerful tonight, which felt really nice. So hopefully it felt good to you. Yeah, drink some water. And if you ever want to experience a deeper healing session with me, I do offer 15-minute sessions and 60-minute sessions on my website. So definitely check that out. There is a link below. I do also offer like a 6-week program where you're getting a session every single week for 6 weeks. So that's available below too. If you are interested in doing something like that, there's a little bit more to it. But if you're looking to like really, really heal some stuff, the 6-week program is pretty awesome. So that's that. My ears are ringing a lot of yawning and I feel lightheaded. I will drink water. Yes. So with Reiki, it is very common to feel lightheaded after it. Whenever I'm in person, I always tell people to like get up slowly. So Valerie, if you're still feeling really lightheaded, like just be gentle, take a moment before you rush to stand up. But yes, drink water. It will definitely help you. And yawning is another sign of release. It's like another way that we release emotions out of us, similar to laughing, crying, that type of stuff. So thank you for sharing your experience with me. By the way, let me read back in here. Getting the session, depending how the session went, purchasing a candle for what is needed to support the work that was done in the Reiki session for support and personal growth areas like weight loss. A candle that is personally charged with Reiki for a specific need. Sorry, that came out so choppy. Understood. Yes, Dr. Lane, totally get it now. With the intention candles, it's all about you setting your own intention with the candle to charge it. However, whenever anybody orders the candle from me, there are times where they will share with me the intention behind why they're getting the candle, and I will charge the candle with their intention in mind, and then also asking for whatever else is meant for them to come through. So, not to just like solo it to what they're saying, but to, broaden it just a bit. But yeah, that is an awesome idea. Like literally, if anybody had a session with me and then was interested in a candle and wanted me to charge the candle for them based off of what came up in the session, oh, of course I would do that. Um, Here in Los Angeles, they have Panpipe Store and one in Pasadena, and her charms are awesome. That's awesome. Um, Yeah, I am wearing an essential t-shirt. My husband got it for me and it's just very comfortable. Um, that turned the volume of my thoughts down a couple of notches. Thank you, Kai. Great. I'm so glad to hear that, Tom. Is it normal to have nightmares after Reiki? Um, that's a really good question. No one has ever shared with me that they've had nightmares after Reiki. I did have Reiki with one person, and it was the first time ever that I had Reiki with somebody, and they didn't sleep good that night that they had Reiki with me. They actually slept terrible, which isn't typical. Normally, when you have Reiki, you sleep amazing that night. So nothing's impossible, right? So, like, you totally could have nightmares if you have unresolved emotional stuff that does need to come through. And if it does come through in your dreams, yeah, it may happen. Um, Keep in mind, just in general, today is the new moon, hence why we're all here on live. With a new moon and full moons, our dreams can be a little bit more intense. So you have them afterwards. My session, very surreal. So interesting. You should start a dream journal. And when you wake up in the morning, like write down what happened in that nightmare or dream. And you can ask yourself, like your higher spirit, your inner guides, like, what is this dream looking to tell me? Um, I'll share with you this because I share with you guys. There was a phase in my life. So I hate throwing up. I don't like when people throw up. It's like it's just something that like instantly sparks like anxiety in me. Like my body starts shaking. Like I like just immediately freak out from it. And there was a time period where like every week I was having dreams where I was throwing up in them, people around me were throwing up with them. Like it was like a few months of this where I was constantly bombarded with this dream. Um, and for me, I think it was I was getting rid of the stuff that I wasn't capable of ridding myself of in my waking self. So I was doing it in my dream state, but it was nonstop. There was one where I had a dream and it literally felt like it was me. And yeah, it was a sign that I needed to purge something. So I was clearly like purging in my dream. Um, and it was insane. So I highly recommend dream journals and just writing things out and asking yourself that, especially if it's like repetitive. Um, What else is in here? Thank you. You're very welcome, Tupac. I hope you are feeling much more calm and less stressed. I know you said you were stressed earlier. That's too funny, Tom. Must not be the aluminum. No aluminum today, huh? Um, Valerie, thank you. Your awesome question. What about a manifest list to the moon on 8/8? Your thoughts, thanks. All right. So fun you asked me this because I do watch videos from an astrologer called the Leo King, and he was posting whatever his opinion is on the 8/8. Whereas there's so many other people in the this sphere that talk about the 8/8, that talk about the 8/8 portal. The interesting thing about this year is that it is an 8/8 with a year, an 8 year, because 2024, if you do numerology, it's 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4, which ends up being 8, right? 2 plus 2 is 4 plus 4 is 8. So I I love the lot. Like I love 8/8. Like I think it is a magical day. I do think that we should take the time to manifest on it personally, because I'm just thinking of it from numerology. I'm not looking at it from an astrology perspective. If we just look at the numbers and we look at numerology, it is 8/8 in an 8 year. Why wouldn't it be special? You know what I mean? So if you feel called to it, if you like the idea of 8/8, do what do what you believe and what serves you best, basically is my thoughts. So I one of the things I used to do, which I haven't done in a while, but like kind of sun gaze, like I'll sit in my room where the sun is shining in, and then I'll do a pyramid like over my eye, like where the sun is in a sense, and I'll meditate that way on the 8/8. Um, Thinking of like that energy coming in through me. And then, yeah, taking the time to manifest. So that's just my personal belief. But you, honestly, do you? Everyone's going to have mixed feelings. I was a little like, I don't know. Um, Maybe if you watch scary movies before sleeping, yeah, scary movies, like what you watch before you go to bed, totally makes a difference. Because I was just watching Velvet for like the last 3 weeks, and I would watch Velvet right before I would go to sleep, and I literally would have dreams that mimicked the episode that I just finished watching in Velvet. It like imprinted itself that much on me. I was so invested and involved. So what we watch totally has an impact, totally impacts our dreams completely. Even what you're scrolling through on your phone, like be mindful of the energy. Um, all good art B that has mistakes. Illuminated Souls, aka Mac. It's like each Reiki session I get allows me to feel energy more easier. Amazing. I love that. When I put my hands on my heart earlier, my shoulders jolted up from the energy coming to my heart center. Oh, that's really cool. I'm so glad to hear that. What's everyone's life path number? I'm 7, the truth seeker. I believe I'm a 6. Life path is based on birthday, or is it based on your name? I think it's birthday, isn't it? If it's birthday, I'm pretty sure I'm a 6. I just have to like re-add everything up. Um, She symbolizes these works. She's a scholar. I'm gonna have to do the pyramid sunlight technique. Yeah, it's a fun one. Also, birthday. Yeah, name is something else. Yeah, I believe I'm a six. Um, there's also the idea of working with copper pyramids. So that's like something else that people do. I've experienced. I did an expo a few years ago, and I was like energetically, I was not good. And this woman had come by. She just bought a copper hoop. And she looked at me and she was like, do you want me to do this on you? And I was like, yes, please. So she took the copper hoop and she brought it all down me and then all the way back up. And she totally shifted my energy really quickly. Um, a copper period. Yeah. So the guy who I wear my ring from, he also sells, this is my copper ring. I have to clean it, but, he also sells like bracelets and like different things. I can get you his website. I just have to dig it out. Um, Valerie, you're very welcome. I hope it helps you. Yeah, this is just a fun one. It's just like whoop with the sun coming in. Sometimes my arms hurt from keeping them up that high, I have to say. Maybe I'm just weak. Um, Copper is good to keep in water. Hmm. You drink it? I haven't heard that one, but I haven't tried. Um, cool. I think that's all I really have here. I'm gonna be doing a live Reiki session again. So I wear copper on 8/8. I have a copper bracelet. Yeah, well, you can wear copper anytime. So I wear copper because supposedly it helps against EMF protection, but also it helps with my Reiki. And it just like helps me just feel, I don't even know how to explain it. I've been wearing it for like 2 years now, so I couldn't even tell you. When I first got it, when I was got it and I was at an expo, the expo I was talking about, and it was my second time at the expo, and I think I did 50 Reiki sessions within 3 days. So I did however many on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I got the ring on Saturday, and I felt way more blissed out and like lighter and my Reiki felt a little bit stronger with the copper ring on it. And then I just never I wore it the whole weekend from the rest of that point on. Anytime I do Reiki sessions, I normally wear it. And then I do have a bracelet. I just haven't been wearing it recently because it's a little bigger. Um, but everything is just a tool. Like crystals, copper bracelets, um, what are they called? Sound bowls. I'm trying to think of like tuning forks. Like all of these are just tools, right? Like you can get to a place where you decide that you're not going to utilize any of the tools and you're going to be able to like innerly vibrationally change yourself. Um, and making shifts. I love the tools because I love how crystals look. Like I love how they feel. I like having the added energy from them. But like you don't need the tools to achieve what you want to achieve, is really what I want to just say. So you don't have to wear copper on 8/8. You can. You can wear copper anytime you want to wear it. By all means, go for it. So that was a really long-winded answer. No, like a copper cup. Gotcha. Okay, that makes more sense. Um, Actually, that's a good idea. Copper water bottles are good. It cleans the water somehow. It charges the water. Yes, copper is on my to-do list. This is a random thought, but I think IUDs are made out of copper. Okay, so health problem galore. Health problem galore. That's all I'm gonna say. Um, I see them as an extension of our body. We are one with the tools. Yeah. Well, she's right. We balance energy and body. So true. Human body ages and dies. Does energy. Um, Art B, I'm not sure if you're asking the question or if you're just saying it. Um, but yeah, I think that's it. Any other questions, any other thoughts, any other things before I hop off? Um, Yeah, IUDs are very painful, and like a lot of women have gotten really sick from them. I don't know how much that's been promoted, but one, I know of people who have gotten pregnant while having them, which defeats the purpose. They are extremely painful to get. Like I I knew somebody who got one that, and I was like, I saw her the day that she got it, like after, and the amount of pain and agony and tears and like I felt so bad for her. Oh my God. So power to women because we totally go through some really painful things. Um and yeah, there's been a lot of women who have gotten sick from them. Like their body just things happen over time. Um oh my God, a meme of a baby holding an IUD. Freaking funny. But like, yeah, that totally happened. Yeah, monthly trackers are really good. Monthly trackers, and then if women want to take it even a step further, they can use a thermometer. So you can do like the thermometer and tracker type of combo. That is beneficial too. Watch as soon as I do the Illuminati sunlight technique, someone is going to come out of the bushes, point, and start laughing. I think you'll be all right. Maybe if you want, do it in your house in like in a room where the sun is coming through. If you don't want to do it outside, whatever floats your boat. Dude was born a champion. Cool. So just a reminder for you guys, I did start the Discord group. You are all welcome in it. It is totally free. It is always going to be free. Um, and I will be going live again this week. I am going to be planning a Q&A time. I just have to relook at my schedule now that I had a farmer's market today and I had a market yesterday and I've just been running around. So after this, I have a moment to like think through things a little bit more, but I do want to hop on for Q&A time this upcoming week and then do Reiki one of those days as well. So if you want a longer Reiki session in a group environment, it won't be one-on-one. You're welcome to join us there in Discord and just contribute, like share anything you want to share. We're having a lot of fun in it, I feel like. And I'd love to have you there. So the link is the top link in the description of this video. If you do want to book a Reiki session with me, it's underneath that. And the candle link is down further if you are interested in some candles. And I'm pretty sure that that's all I got. Yeah. Anything else? I'm just waiting. I know there's like a time delay from when I talk and like what you guys see. So I'm just gonna wait a moment, see if anything else pops in the chat. And if not, hop in Discord and ask me the question because I also literally I get notifications for Discord. I don't get notifications for YouTube anymore. So I have to like check it actively. Um, and I literally like am looking in the Discord chat all day long, like even at 10 p.m. So I'm really there. So if you wanna talk to me directly, I'll see it. I'm right in that chat. I see everything here on YouTube too. Just sometimes I'm a little bit more delayed on YouTube. All right, cool. Tom's good. Awesome. I think everybody's good. So thank y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm really grateful that you are all here. Amazing. Valerie's good too. Awesome. I hope you have a lovely new moon. May everything it is that you are looking to create come in with ease. And I will see you guys on the next one. And if not, I'll see you in Discord. Have a great night. Bye.